So I'll still answer the same example that I've introduced last time, but using the alternative solution. Okay. So remember, kadumdum mo aning ako mo maning first na tong example last meeting. Okay. Still find y. So what does this method involve? It involves the product rule of differentiation. So what is the product rule of differentiation? So remember, what if we have two functions, u and v, okay, moment sa diffcal, and we'll try to find the first derivative of these two functions, assuming these two functions are a function with respect to x, no, or a function of x. So on sa derivative aning u and v, both u and v's are functions. Product rule. Kasi nakadumdum.
UDV video, sir.
Okay, u dv v du. Okay. U dv plus v du. Pwede gyapon uv prime plus u prime v. Pwede gyapon nga na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, the
Yes,
alternative na nga kuan. Alternative na siya nga notation, no? Okay. So, ang inverse, of course, the inverse would also be true. What if we have two functions? No, we have two functions. Actually, four functions. U v prime man plus v u prime. Okay. So if nothing ani given, pabali siya ha. So iyang inverse notation, inverse ani, no, iyang inverse na operation would be uv prime, no? Okay, ako lang gibali, no? Meaning, if natay given ani nga function, then natong gi-integrate, ibali. So integrate po naton we'd end up with the two given functions initially. Okay? So try to remember this one as we'll solve the previous examples using an alternative method of not using the formulas. Okay? So y prime minus 2y equal to x. So clearly this is a linear differential equation because we have a p of x, a function solely of x, and an r of x, a function solely of x. Okay? So solution. Solve yapon na to actually ang kuan, no, ang h of x. Okay. H of x. Meaning, i-derive lang ni ang p of x, okay? Or the function na coefficient ni y. So, it's the integral of negative 2x dx. Negative x squared, right? After ani class is, we'll try to solve for the integrating factor. No? If you remember this function, no? Muna nga ito i-multiply sa given differential equation to gain something. No? So the integrating factor is just e to the power of h of x. In this case, e to the power of negative x squared, kaya h of x na to is negative x squared. No? So e to the power of negative x squared. That's our integrating factor. So what do? We multiply the integrating factor with the given differential equation. No? So multiply the integrating factor with the given differential equation. No? Is equal to function of x. Mali notation nato sa differential equation. So ang point is, if this is our integrating factor for this particular function, multiply nato ni tanan of integrating factor. So this becomes e to the power of negative x squared times the given y prime minus 2x y is equal to e to the power negative x squared times x. Okay, meaning multiply both sides of the equation. So distribute e negative x squared y prime minus e negative x squared 2xy is equal to e negative x squared x. Okay. Look at this closely, kaning left-hand side of our equation. Right? Ha? Wala siyag unsa. Actually, mara siyag kani, kani. uv prime plus u prime v. No? So, unsa si u ug v nato? No? Si integrating factor nato, muna si atong u. Okay? Si integrating factor, muna si u. Okay? Nga. So, unsa tong u prime? Even if dili na to i-solve, no? Muna si u prime. Ano siya? Okay? Actually, apilang negative sign. No? U prime. Makita ninyo nga mo ni si U and mo ni si U prime. So,
Yes.
first derivative na to ni using chain rule, e to the power of negative x squared, exponential function. So, iyahang derivative is the same gihapon times the derivative sa iyahang exponent, no? So, derivative sa negative x squared is negative 2x. So, makita ninyo nga mo ni ang u, then mo ni ang u prime. Di ba?
Yes, sir.
Then, kani siya, si y prime ug si y, mo na nga atong v prime ug v. No? So, mo ni si v prime nato, and mo ni si v. So, v prime is u prime. So, si v, si v prime kay si y prime. Meaning, si v, si y. Okay? Meaning, pwede na ito na-synthesize. Ano siya? May mong ingani. No? uv prime or kani, d over dx mas appropriate tong first nga notation. d over dx of the integrating factor e to the negative x squared times the function y. Multiply. Okay. Makuha ninyo or ma-observe ninyo kung nganong kani is pwede na to ma-shorthand as kani or ma-simplify. Kaya kung i-operate na to ni, i-derive lugar na to ni nga expression, mo ning outcome. No? So, kani copy na dayon. No? E to the negative x squared times x. Ano siya? Copy lang. Okay? So, how do we remove the integral, the derivative notation? So, integrate, no? integrate ni. Technically, si dx is mabalhin dito para na siya iyang own nga dx. So, as the integral of a derivative is just kani. So, i-copy na niya siya, no? So, the integral of a derivative is the function itself. So, i-copy na niya siya as is. E negative x squared y. So, malabitaw, gikan dire nga line. If na-solve na to si integrating factor, si integrating factor is gi-copy lang dire si then si y, malabitaw, ang tanan given is na-reduce ni siya into its integrating factor multiplied by y. Then, i-equal lang nato na siya sa the integral sa integrating factor times r of x. No? So, what's the integral of this one? U substitution. No? U sub nino?
Yes, sir.
EU x dx. Let u is, let u be negative x squared, meaning du is negative 2x dx, meaning x dx is du over negative 2. So the integral of this one is e to the power of negative x squared over 2. Kaya nawala mo na si x dx. Diba? Ngayon mo yung du over negative 2. Plus c. Okay? So, to get an expression of y, you just divide everything by the integrating factor. Meaning y is equal to e negative x squared over 2 over negative 2 all over e to the power of negative x squared plus c. Yun. So, may tabuan eh. This becomes y is equal to negative e to the power of negative x squared over 2 e negative x squared plus c over e negative x squared. Cancel. This is reduced to negative 1/2 plus, para mawala si negative symbol, ipasaka lang siya sa taas, dapat ni c. So, c e x squared. And I think this is the final answer. Okay. That's it. Huh? So, the next example. Kasi lahin lang siguro ng example. No? Lahing example. dq over dt plus 2q over 20 minus t equal to 4. Required is a function of q. No? So kung dili pa ta from or anad magtanawag ani nga function, si q mala siya si y, then si t malag si x. No? So maragi dapat malagud gyapon ig dy over dt plus 2y over 20 minus x is equal to 4. No? Okay. Solution. So instead ng dq over dt, natin nag q prime plus 2 over 20 minus t q equal to 4. Okay. So clearly, our p of t is this one, and our r is 4. Okay. So solve for h of x, in this case, h of t. So 2 over 20 minus t, the integral dt. So sa integral, what do you think? Just by looking at it.
Two ln
And
minus 2.
Negative 2 ni siya. Kung mag-use sab ta una, atong u is kaniman. Negative man si t, so na mapagawas nga negative. No? So this becomes negative 2 u du. d over u is ln. Check ha kung correct ba akong pag-integrate. Negative 2 ln 20 minus t.
Sakto, sir.
Sakto?
Oo.
Okay, I hope so. No? I hope correct ko. Then, if this is our h of t, our integrating factor is just this one, or e raised to this power. So, e to the negative 2 ln 20 minus t. Or pwede man siya makuan nga. E ln 20 minus t to the power of negative 2. Para mo wala si ln. Ang ato integrating factor na lang is equal to 20 minus t to the power negative 2. Or 1 over 20 minus t squared. So that's our integrating factor. Okay? What do we do next? Multiply everything else by the integrating factor. So integrating factor, 1 over 20 minus t squared times q prime plus 2 over 20 minus t times the integrating factor 1 over 20 minus t squared times q is equal to 4 over 20 minus t squared. Okay. Bitaw, even if dili na to ni ko ano, dili na to ni simplify. Sige, simplify lang na to. 20 minus t squared times q prime plus 2 over 20 minus t cube q is equal to 4 over 20 minus t squared. So yung first derivative ani. Okay, kani. This is negative 2. So minus 1, this is negative 3. Positive lagi ni. Kung i-derive na to ni, may mo siyang negative 2 times this one to the power of negative 3. So 2 over negative 3. So ano, hindi mo siya negative. I-check ba kung mark asa ko na sa'yo? Or na ba ko wrong? Okay. Derive pa man gapon na yung susulod. Sakto. Kung i-derive na to ni, this is negative 2 times 20 minus t to the power of negative 3. And i-derive pang sulod, which is negative 1. Para mawala negative. Sakto. So this is our u. This is our v prime plus this is our u prime, no? And this is our v. Such that, kung ato gining i-simplify, this will only become d over dt times u, which is our integrating factor. So, mag-capit na to sa integrating factor gyud. 1 over 20 minus t squared times y times q. Is equal to 4 20 minus t squared. Then, integrate. Bilhin lang ani kay mawala naman ni siya. Ang derivative notation lang ang mawala. So this is just 20 minus t squared times q. Okay. Integral ani dt. Kita mo lang katabang. No? Integral of 4 over 20 minus t squared dt. Let u be 20 minus t squared. Therefore, du is negative 2t. Pumatay t. So, hindi pwede. Integration by parts. Kasi maayo ani nga buhaton class.
Nag-usab lang ko, sir.
Usab.
Igawas lang ang kanang 4 sa babaw.
Di ba gawas ni? So, dt over this one ay dili man t squared. Ana man dahil ni. U is equal to 2 20 minus t negative 1. No? This is du dt. So, dt is equal to du over negative 2 20 minus t. Yan na. Four over u du over negative 2. Okay? Ay, wait. Isa to? Sakto ba yung gibot?
Ipagawas lang ang 4, sir.
4.
Yes, sir. Bali, integral of 1 over u squared na lang din ang mag-win.
Okay. U squared. Let u is equal. Ang u lang kay 20 minus t na siya.
Yes, sir.
Then du is negative 1. Negative dt. No?
Yes, sir.
So, yan lang mong atong outcome. Okay. So, negative 4 integral of negative 4 over 3. Yan na. Yan na yung answer.
Dili, sir.
Ginapon.
Bali, di ba, sir, u raised to negative 2, tapos power rule plus 1. So, 1 over...
Plus 1. Negative 2 plus 1. Manday, no?
Yes, sir.
Negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. Yan na lang. Kulang pagyapon. Ay, wait.
Bali, walay 3, sir.
Wala 3. Sa subulan ko yan. Subulan ko dirty na kaya kung kuan. Integral of 4 dt over 20 minus t squared. Okay. Let u is 20 minus t. Du is negative dt. Where dt is negative du. So, kanina, may muna lang ng integral of negative 4 du over u squared. Negative 4u negative 2 du. Negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. 4 over 20 minus t. Kanina mo nagid ni.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sige, thank you. So 4 over 20 minus t. So this is equal to 4 over 20 minus t. Okay. Then divide everything by the integrating factor. Kibali si Q is equal to 4 over 20 minus T divided by this, or times reciprocal ana, times 20 minus T squared plus C. Plus C day dapat ni after dili. So, ulimtan. All over 1 over 20 minus T squared. So, kanina mahimong Q is equal to 4 20 minus T plus C 20 minus T squared. Hey, ma'am. And I think this is the final answer already. Okay. Any questions sa bago nga kuan? Ano, bigit bago, but alternative na kuan? Okay na to. Any questions sa alternative na solution? Masayon ba siya or masayon tong formula na lang? But still, no, either way, masayon sa pa inyong i-take nga kuan, nga solution. Basta maka-arrive lang to sa final answer. Okay ra. Nagani times nga variable separable siya, but pwede siya ma-solve as linear. And pwede po the other way around. Either way, no, basta kayo ma-solve ang differential equation correctly, okay na siya. Any questions? So if ato i-summarize niya again, no, given pa, okay, given, and pangitao na to ang kibali, integrate na to ni si P of X para makita si H of X. Then si H of X, erase lang to the power of, erase lang siya sa E para makuha ang integrating factor. Si integrating factor, i-multiply sa original equation, no? Ang iyang outcome dayon is may mo na siya product rule, no? Or product na gani siya. Is a product of the integrating factor and the dependent variable. Okay. Even ang right side, i-multiply gapon ng integrating factor, then i-integrate, tayo answer. Okay. And after this one, i-algebra na lang man dayon. No? So to. Diba? Algebra. Okay. And hence the final answer. Okay. So you could use that one. You could use integrating factor and product rule to solve linear equations. You could also use formula kung ganahan mo. Either way, basta kayo ma-solve lang correctly ang differential equation. Any method will do. Okay? Questions so far? None? So that's it for this afternoon. Next meeting on Tuesday. So unfortunately for us, Tuesday man ta. So Monday man ang ulay klase. So magkita ta sa Tuesday. Next na itong topic is applications of first order differential equations. So some of the most common applications for first order DEs would be exponential growth and decay, no? Population growth, population decay, half-life, interest rate, no? And that rates, Newton's law of cooling and heating, electrical circuits, no? First order electrical circuits. So those are examples of the applications of first order DEs. So matutong i-discuss sa Monday. Okay, after ta makahuman sa applications, we'll go to higher order linear equations. And that will be our coverage for midterm exam. So for those nga na late gamay or karon na nakasulod katong naga-solve na ta, ang akong announcement ganina kay akong i-open again, no? Katong mga previous na exercises na to, from exercise 1 tama na exercise 6. Kaya open ako tutunan para katong wala nakakuan, wala pa nakapasa or late og pasa siguro. Pwede mo namoy chance nga makasubmit again. Okay? So I think that's fair for everybody. Any more questions?